All right, I'm Oliver Thorting, and I'm sitting here with Sarah Hedge. She's a senior, class of 2012 here at the Indiana Academy. All right. Are you comfortable, Sarah?
Yeah,
All right, how's it going?
it's going great.
And do you like the Academy?
Yeah, it's a great place.
All right. So I'm going to start off asking you a few questions. What was your path to the Indiana Academy?
Well, before I came to the academy, I hadn't a clue of what to do with my life after college. And coming to the academy has helped me narrow down my interests. But more importantly, I now realize that I don't have to have a perfect plan for my future. I can explore my interests before I make major life decisions.
Wunderbar. Really? It's good. Sounds interesting.
I thought so.
Did you have doubts that the Academy was the right place when you came?
I definitely did at first. And at first I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to be separated from my parents, and I was also afraid of being academically incompetent compared to my classmates. But as it turns out, I was able to be independent and keep up with my classmates, and they really challenged me more, and it was a good thing.
Mm-hmm. How has attending the Academy affected your life at home?
It's a tough one. Coming to the academy has really changed my life at home significantly. I mean, because I have become more responsible and independent, I don't really have to rely on my parents for as much as I used to.
And what aspect of living at the Academy has proven to be most influential?
Interesting wording there, Ollie. You mean what has made me a better person from coming to the academy?
Sure, let's run with that.
Oh, okay. Well, when I came to the academy, I learned how to think. I learned how to look at things in a scholarly way, and that ability will follow me for the rest of my life, I think. I mean, I don't know yet.
And what do you wish you'd known before you came to the Academy?
I wish I had known how challenging it would be to keep up here. Allowing myself to procrastinate has come back to bite me more than once.
Can you go on further with that, extend on that?
Well, sometimes in classes, I didn't take proper notes, and then later I wouldn't really know what I'd learned before because we have a college schedule, so we don't have class every day. And also I've had projects where I've procrastinated and done things on the internet rather than working on the project, and I've had to rush to get it done. And I've become better at managing my time.
There's a teacher here, Mr. East, and he always said G equals P minus I. Like greatness equals package minus interference. So by coming to the Academy, have you learned what your I is?
Tumblr.
Tumblr.
Tumblr is my interference. Facebook too.
That darn Tumblr.
Yeah.
Tumblr and Facebook.
Definitely.
All right.
Mario Kart also.
How does the social life at the Academy compare to that of your old school?
At my old school, I rarely spent time with friends outside of class, but at the academy, we live with our friends, and we become more comfortable with each other than I could have imagined.
Okay, that's great.
I'm trying.
You are. The Academy experience is pretty tough on people sometimes. What about the Academy made you decide to come back for your senior year?
I couldn't really imagine going back to my old school after a year at the academy. I wouldn't enjoy the lack of intellectual challenge that we get here, and I really wouldn't enjoy the cliquey social setting of a public high school.
How do you think having been at the Academy will affect your future?
On the surface, I think my future might look the same as it would if I hadn't come to the academy. But, I mean, I might go to a slightly better college with slightly better financial aid. But my path would have definitely been similar if I'd gone to a public high school for all 4 years. The difference is that now I'm going into college and my future for the right reasons. Before, I was just going to college because I felt like I was expected to go to college and I didn't really know what I was going to do, but I figured that I would figure it out eventually. And now I want to go because I want to learn and take advantage of my opportunities.
All right. That's very interesting. I like that the Academy has changed your life because it's also changed my life in many ways. And I would like to thank you for having this interview with me. And you have a lovely night.
You too.
This is interview number 2, and I'm sitting here with Sean McCullough. He's also a senior here at the Indiana Academy class of 2012. We do it big. Sean, I'll start off asking you a few questions.
Okay, Oliver.
Are you all right with that?
I think it might be, yeah.
Are you comfortable?
I'm very comfortable right now, actually.
All right. I don't want to make you uncomfortable.
No, well, you make it look comfortable.
All right. What was your path to the Indiana Academy?
You mean like how I found out about it, things like that, or?
Like, what led you here? And yeah.
Okay. Well, the reason that I came is because I realized in about 8th grade that I really kind of wanted to actually do something with my life. Like, I was really obsessed with companies, and I really thought that I wanted to be like a CEO. And I realized that staying at my home school wasn't really going to get me where I needed to be. They didn't have like the course offerings that I wanted, and they didn't have like the connections that I needed. So when I found out about the academy, I thought it would be a really good opportunity because they had a lot more course offerings, and they had teachers from like all over the country that I could like get me the connections that I needed and get me into the good schools that I needed to pursue.
Okay. Do you have any siblings that attended the academy?
No, I didn't have any siblings. My cousin, who's about like 5 years older than me, graduated from here. So that's kind of like how I found out about it.
All right. Did you have any doubts that the academy was the right place for you?
Yeah, I did at first. Like, I think it's a big decision for anyone. Like, leaving your home, all your friends, your family, basically everyone that you know, to go live with 300 other teenagers all by yourself. It's kind of scary at first. And I kind of thought, why not sit with my friends, have an easy time, and be more fun? That's going to be kind of scary. But after a while here, I realized that it was the right place for me, and I haven't had any doubts since then.
Okay. How has attending the academy affected your life at home?
Well, I would say definitely, like, as far as socially, a lot of the just sort of kind of friends that I had, I don't really have anymore. But I definitely still have all of my closest friends. And when I go back home, it's just like I never left. Like, I kept up all these relationships. But as far as, like, just the people that I just kind of knew, I don't really talk to them anymore. But that's what it is to me.
All right. So basically, you found out who were your true friends.
I did.
All right. Do your parents feel like they have an empty nest?
A little bit, but they understand like what I'm trying to do. They understand that it's what I need, so they're really pretty supportive of me. And same here, they don't expect too much of me. They give me a lot of time to spend with my friends when I come home. They're not always like clingy, but they definitely. There are certain times when like they just kind of want to have a family dinner and be with me and see me over it.
How does the social life at the academy compare to that of your old school?
Well, I mean, it's pretty radically different. Like, as far as just like a typical evening at home, I would like do my homework, maybe read. I would just like kind of sit around. But here, like after you're done with your homework, all your friends are here, like right next door, right across the hall, right downstairs. So it's pretty much just like all friends, all people, all the time. So it's a lot easier to get distracted. But I also like it a lot better because you're never just like sitting at home bored with nothing to do when all your friends are busy. Because there's always people here. You can just go down to the lounge, talk to people, have something to do.
The academy experience is pretty tough on people sometimes. What about the academy made you decide to come back for your senior year?
I mean, after the first probably month of being at the academy, I didn't really have any doubts that this is where I should be. So there wasn't anything in particular that made me think, like, there was never any doubt that I was going to come back senior year. Like, it just has so many opportunities. The education is excellent. Like, I love all my teachers, all my classes. I just learned so much here that there was never really any doubt. Like, at my old school, it's just like school was just school, and you just like kind of try to get through it, do your homework, not fail, things like that. But here, school's not just school, it's about learning, and I really just enjoy the learning that I get here and the education, and I really love all my teachers and all my classes, so I really need out.
How do you think having been at the academy will affect your future?
Well, like I said before, that's kind of the whole point of coming to the academy. There's so many opportunities here. Like, Dr. Arnold used to teach at Yale, so I'm probably gonna get him to write my recommendation letter for Stanford. So it's like, that's the kind of insight that I never would have had before. I would have never had the ability to have someone that taught in an Ivy League school write my recommendation letter for movie out of school. So it's things like that it's just so incredibly different from what I would have had at home. Also, I went to Spain last summer, and that's something that I found out about at the academy in my Spanish class from my Spanish teacher. Like, I never would have had that amazing opportunity had I stayed in my own school. So I think that, there's really no way to measure, like, it's just so incredibly changed my future. Like, I would, I'm a completely different person now than who I would have been if I didn't.
All right. Well, those are all the questions I have for you. Is there anything else you would like to say about the Academy?
I'm here. I love it here. Everyone should come.
All right. Thanks for having this interview, and you have a good night.